Right, evening. Elder Scrolls Online again. I was, if you saw the post earlier, I would say I was on the Stamina Templar. This is not the Stamina Templar. I then had to change it hastily. Because I was umming and ahhing, and I finally decided to go back and level up. I mean, I already have, well, yeah, it's Necromancer, basically. I did try doing Necromancer
brings you here?
when Elsewhere first came out, and I thought, you know, I wanted it to be a vampire as well, and I looked at it and I thought, well, it probably ought to be Magicka based. But I was having a little look around recently, and you can do some perfectly serviceable stamina based Necromancers that could also be vampires. So that's what I've gone for, because I didn't really get on with it when it was not Magicka based. I really sort of felt that I'd much prefer it if it was stamina. So here we go. We're now stamina based now. Just going to tidy up some things here. I've done some of the pre-quests. I'm going to do the very starting bit, because it's all in very weird orders in this game sometimes if you want it to be. And for some reason I want it to be. I only created this character a little while ago. Right, where am I going?
Do you know how long I've been looking for you?
Oh god, that bloody orc. I'm not doing your area yet. Hi, Sane.
So much to do.
So, time to get knocked on the head, get myself killed, and then we can get started with the actual game story. I like this bit. It's a very good beginning to a game, really. A role-playing game. Start off by being killed. Yeah, I mean, just spent, you know, what time I'm managing to snatch for myself in MMOs, and I still want to try and make my life more efficient so I can spend a bit more time, is just spent leveling at the moment. So in WoW, leveling a few characters for the next expansion there, should I decide I want to play it. And of course there is an expansion for this coming out, which I've got the physical collector's edition on the way, which unfortunately means at the moment I can't actually upgrade this game. But I want. I was thinking it'd be nice. Yeah, the anniversary event. I've got the. Oh boy, I have no cursor on this game. Oh, I have. There we go. Yeah, I've got my anniversary cake.
You're going to need it.
So many experience buffs. I've made myself training kit of gear, and of course I've got the cake as well as a thingy, a normal experience buff
Weapon ready
scroll.
and stay sharp. This place
I'll
is
stack
full of
more.
surprises. Keep moving.
I've only just got to the level where I can do the dual thing, so I'm going to keep forgetting my bindings. Actually, I've not got many skills to use on it.
Don't stop now.
But is it only to the 14th the anniversary in this? That is, that's going to encourage me to have to try and spend a bit of time on it to get best use out of it. See, I keep behaving as if I'm on the Templar, because I was been playing on the Templar as well. Different abilities.
Like you, I am a prisoner in this place. You must rescue me.
This is a Necromancer. In fact, it's a Necromancer vampire,
Hold a moment.
but stamina based.
Come here. The Prophet.
I really wanted a vampire, so I keep making vampire characters, and then going, oh, I don't really like it.
It means no. It won't be easy.
But
We should keep moving.
hopefully I like this one. Got a good feel. I'm straight away enjoying this a lot more than I did a Magicka-based Necromancer.
Well played, friend. Arcase Beard, you are good in a fight.
Come on, Lewis.
The
There we
god
go.
of brutality knows of your escape. Hurry.
But we'll see how we get on with it as we get further into the levels. Because it's a bit of a bugger. I'm a bit like in Star Wars The Old Republic, I have the same problem.
We need to distract him.
In that
What was your
I
name
keep
again? Target practice?
creating characters, and then you come back to it and it's been like destroy, you know, I destroy them and make a new one. Vampire's going to be rough, being a stamina build. Vampire skill tree is very magic based. Yeah, I just wanted it. You know, I'm not gonna. This isn't my main or anything, and even my main I don't play like properly, do I? I just want it to be a vampire, just for like, just to have a vampire. I'm not bothered whether it's effective or not. I've made it a dark elf just to at least mitigate the extra fire damage. That's my only nod towards being practical with it.
Try to be inconspicuous. We just got free of this place.
I keep playing this like I'm on my Templar.
I'll keep watch. Quickly, while he's blinded, we must get to the Prophet's cell.
I don't actually have to use a load of the vampire abilities.
Fool! You will never.
As I say, I was looking at someone who had a vampire stamina.
The door's warded. We'll never get in this way.
So I thought, give it a crack.
Damn it. Cadwell sees things.
Players two-handed. See, most people running with staffs. The staff's OP or something. Well, a staff would be for a Magicka build.
Got up to fight. Back to back, they faced each other, drew their bows. Hello. Rather.
Like I have a staff on my on the only character I actually have at level cap, which is a Magicka-based Templar, and that's been all over the place. When I started, oh god, it's been all over the place, that character. But it is now a Magicka-based Templar, for which I was doing a stamina-based one, level and a stamina-based one to have as a counterpoint to that. And so here's a staff.
Soon you get that door.
But this one, yeah, it's going to be.
Come get
okay,
some
a bit of
more,
lag
you
there. What's going on?
thieving hawkers.
What is happening? Yeah, I mean, the Magicka was what I tried to begin with, because I agree with my limited knowledge of the game. What's going on here? Oh, I'm channeling that vampire ability. Yeah, because I'd normally have volley, like any AoE thing, on 5, which is what I have in every MMO I play, just to try and keep. But the reason is, if I'll go on to this, I've put that vampire ability, I had to put it somewhere in common with them all. So I had to choose to put something on a bind that wouldn't be what I'd normally expect, so I'm going to have to get used to that.
The Prophet's cage should be
I mean, at
just
some
ahead.
point I
Quickly
also,
now, we haven't much
I was
time.
developing my dual wield line as well. I just put in an ability there,
News
but
is
I
we
have
made
to
it
sort
here
of
in one
choose,
piece, and the Prophet
really,
lives unharmed.
what to go with.
Now the bad news. It's going to be up to you to keep him safe and get him back to Tamriel. I'm not. There's a trick to.
I mean,
Once
what I
it's
could
done,
just do is put a dual ability there and not use any of my actual weapon abilities. Which, maybe I'll do that. Yeah, I'll do that. Great. Right. What's this ability? I like this ability. And I've tried all sorts. I've tried Magicka based. I really don't like Dragon Knight. You know, out of all the classes, it's the one I just really don't get on with at all. I tried Sorcerer.
Freedom!
I like Sorcerer in a way, but I just didn't.
That
I
is-
don't get
that
on
is
with it
right.
as a vampire.
Up the stairs quickly.
And I might
We
not get on
must
with
get
this.
to the
Maybe I'm
anchor
just
mooring.
doomed to not actually like vampires. But this is my next attempt. Maybe I should have just done. See, I don't want to taint my Templar with vampirism. I know you can change it back, but maybe I would have been happy as a Dark Elf Vampire Templar. But I've already got a Magicka Templar, and it just seems silly making another one just to try one everything out. Come on, come on, come on.
The mortal thinks it can defy me. Futile.
Yeah, yeah. I
Soon
mean, that's
your world
well, that's
will
another
be
thing.
in
You see,
my
I was
shape.
thinking also with Vampire, because you've got the extra sneakiness that
I will protect you.
oh. You know, for when I have to sneak up behind people and bite them. You're choosing to go Vampire or Werewolf near, so it's really RP choice more than gameplay. Negatives. Too restricted. Are the werewolf... I forget what they are now, but are they really that restrictive, the werewolf ones? I thought the thing was with the werewolves is they weren't that restrictive because you can sort of choose to move between them. But the benefits are not that great either, whereas the vampire benefits are quite good.
Great Akatosh, dragon god of time,
But
I require your strength.
yeah, some serious downsides.
Let the way be opened. Let these wandering
But it's
souls
absolutely an
return
RP choice for
home.
me. I'm not trying to
Let
make
the
a
will
powerful
of
car. I mean,
Molag Bal be denied.
I'm casual amongst casuals.
Hurry! We must go now.
So, you know, it is really an RP thing for me. I just want a vampire. Don't get the chance to play a vampire in most role-playing games, do you? And I thought as well, it might as well be a doubly underground character, this, because it's a Necromancer, which is obviously shunned, as well as a vampire. And I might as well, as soon as I've got the main quests underway, which if I finally get them done, you know, get myself in the Thieves Guild and the Dark Brotherhood and be a proper
As I
underground
feared,
character.
I'm afraid I cannot put. Be wary. You must.
Because I never really liked
We
on my
do not
Templar
face
doing all that sort of... You know, I didn't really do much of the Thieves Guild and Dark Brotherhood stuff. Didn't feel right being an assassin and a thief on my Templar. Don't mind it at all on a Necromancer Vampire. Right, I have already done Bleak Rock Isle, so I'm just going to head straight to the... Thingy Shrine. Get myself out of here. Where is it? Werewolf takes extra poison, disease damage, vampires extra fire damage. Yeah, I think the fire damage is probably in most cases much more of a problem, isn't it? Going to encounter it more often, I would have thought anyway. But again, Dark Elf can mitigate some of that. Right, let's get back on track now. So, right. Get this.
Have you come from? Yes, soldier. You come, and you'll follow me or meet me there. You'll find a man.
Right then. Or should I do the public dungeon first?
Do you know how long
I might do the public dungeon first. Get myself used to combat a bit more. Let's have a look. Do we... get those? Do I need that? Don't really need that just yet. Not using that at the moment. Let's just see here. Oh, can poly him up. Right, let's have a look. Stuns all enemies hit, or... right, I don't actually know which of any of those is better, so I'll just leave that for now. Might just leave those for now. Fire attacks are more common in PvP and PvE, but see poison in PvP more with enemy players using bows. That's a good point. Yeah, I mean, when I did PvP, I absolutely love it in this game. Really do. Even when I'm getting my head kicked in, because I'm basically on my own. I mean, you really don't want to be close combat, do you? Well, I suppose some do. I suppose if you're very high level and you've got the gear and you know what you're doing and you're basically unkillable. So I gather... I mean, there's right from the start there were unbalanced. I mean, vampires were a massive problem at the start of the game. I don't know whether they still are. But I think it's one of those games. I like the PvP in it, but I also accept there are probably massive balance issues. But generally speaking, I personally, as a casual player, found it a lot easier to basically just just be ranged. In fact, being a healer, I quite likes healing in it, because then you just anything that means you stand back was a good thing, I felt. Right, it's quite nice that, but I've got that on the same binding as on the Adric Spear ability on my Templar. Quite beefy though. And every third one, it knocks them back as well, or stuns them rather. PvP in ISO is way more skill-based versus WoW. I mean, WoW, for me, WoW's PvP, I do not get on with it at all. I mean, WoW was my very first MMO. It was for several years. I've not played any others. I've played games in the past where I've enjoyed the PvP, but I really didn't in WoW, and I felt that maybe there was something fundamental about MMOs that just didn't work with PvP. I just thought, you know what, PvP doesn't work in MMOs, and I was wrong, because the toll of silver. But then when I started playing
chilling. Interest. I stayed.
Warhammer Online in particular, and I thought the PvP in that was amazing. I absolutely loved it. In fact, because it's when I'd sort of stopped playing WoW at that point for a little bit. First time I sort of quit WoW, and Oh, hang on. I just realised I'm missing something. What have I just done then? Sky Shard, don't we? And I just thought to myself, no, it's just the way WoW does it. I don't like it. And then this came out, and it's this really is. It solved the only problem there really was with Warhammer Online, which is world PvP doesn't work with 2 factions, and then this one introduced 3, which is what, you know, people used to say was really needed. Right, I'm in the wrong place completely, aren't I? Anyway, voice acting's really good in the game. No, no, where are you going? Where are you going? Where? Now, where was that thing they were fighting? Oh, I can't see it. Get the soul shard. Sky shard, sorry. Is he dying again? What's that idiot doing? Oh, God. Why are they trying to get in there anyway? There's nothing of interest in there if it's going to keep killing them. Although I am curious as to where that thing was. There is quite a tough elite mob where up here where I'm going next, I think, as I remember. What's that? Oh. Yeah, I couldn't see where the boss was. Well, I could, you know, see when he fought him, it snapped back as he ran away. If they just kept it in position, I'd have helped him, but I couldn't actually see where it was when it went back. And if he's just going to keep running away from... It's a bit... People do that in MMOs, I don't know why. Alright, okay. Let's give this a go, shall we? Oh. Nice and sturdy, this Necromancer. Not having volley means I'm not switching to my bow as much. This is not good. Right, where am I off? Through the tunnel. Public dungeons have at least 3 bosses in them, yeah. Well, this one has... I mean, there's that one and there's another one that I know of. I mean, obviously, there's that one that was chasing me around, but I didn't see where it was. And I don't remember it from previously. Oh, no, will you stop eating? Absolutely. Eating the brothers as well. Stamina. good source of XP. I mean, at the moment, basically anything's a good source of XP. Got all my training gear on and 200% buff as well. Hold on. Something's not right. Forgot to put my ultimate in there. The problem with the ultimates, well, it's not really a problem with them, the problem with me using them is they're so good that you don't really feel like using them on little pissy groups of mobs. But then when you don't, you just end up having the full ultimate forever, don't you? You just waste it. Yeah, that didn't last long. Yeah, the Daedra boss is the one I'm heading towards, I think. Memory serves. Don't remember the way about that. Would that be around here? There's bats around here. Is it through? It's near here somewhere, I'm sure.
Ah, yes. Crow Mother. Yes.
So that Wisp Mother, I suppose, was the one that was chasing him around, that I've not actually seen before. Yeah. Very overkill. Oh, here it is, I think. Oh, maybe I should build up some more ultimate. Should have saved it for that. Back to that in a minute. There's obviously the main boss of the thing, which is that crone. Although, do I actually fight her? I can't remember. As part of the storyline, you can either just choose to accept that she's been wronged and... Oh, the spider. Should we have a crack at this? Why not? No, I've missed something still. Behind the town. Oh. Maybe this isn't the bit with the other boss then. Oh, range down. Stamina. Oh, there it is. Actually, do you know what? I think I'll take it outside. actually another good thing about, you know, stamina builds like this as well is it allows you to, you can use your magic, which would otherwise go to waste on your healing abilities for 3 classes that have innate healing abilities. And is that it? And because, you know, what I find is the other way. When you're a Magicka build, you need your stamina for like dodging and breaking free of crowd control and stuff and sprinting. You don't really use your Magicka unless you've got some use for it. Your stamina, sorry. You don't use your Magicka as a stamina build generally, unless you're one of these classes that's got something like this. The best way. Do I need to go through this way? How would you build a 1-bar stamina necro? I have no idea. Honestly, no idea. I'm very casual in this game. Oh, smash that. Oh, is it really like... Yeah, okay. Let me... I can easily sort that out at any rate. I had the same problem with WoW, the... Alright, if I put it right down to 40, and then just turn it up on my... Then you'll have to tell me how that is.
We bargained in good. Why recoil so? Yes. Roland real is his sweet Roland real. Can you try? Do you now? Very well, true.
Yeah, I'm gonna make him... He made a promise, he ought to really stick to it, doesn't he?
Mother sent you, didn't she? I'm not staying in this cursed place.
Oh yeah, I forgot that, every third one of those. Oh, oh dear. I was thinking, can I offset him before... Oh.
Enough, curse you. I yield. The witch gets her way. I'll stick to the terms of our deal.
Oh, there we go, that was easy. Bookshelf, which taught me nothing. Where am I leveling? At the moment this is just a public dungeon near, well, just outside Davon's Watch. But then when I've done this, I'll be doing these Stonefall's main story.
Bickering? I think there'll be a lot of bickering when my son gets here.
You have a son. I can't wait to meet him. He can stay here with us. There's plenty of room.
Great, just great.
Don't actually know which way to go to get that last one. Oh, are they telling me where to go? No. Maybe. Huh. Down. Oh. Oh, get out of the way. Oh, idiot. I'm not convinced they're helping much. They better not steal my seasonings. What else can I loot in here? Hmm. The bloody spiders again. I think there's some lag issues here. Do they? I can't see them doing anything at all. Am I just not seeing their animations or something, do you think? Or does he think I'm his guardian angel? He just leaves me to kill everything.
You, our knave tells me. Such glitter and gleam, such twinkle and... The featherless has paid the toll. Let
The
this be
featherless
known
one
throughout the
approaches.
wood.
Indeed. So few manage to set it. Take care of your new vassal. Question? What? Crow mother. The crow must leave the nest.
Alright, that's that done. Now, what's the easiest way out of here?
You're back. Did you find... He's alive, though.
Spend it on crafting later, I think. That's decent. Oh, I'm not using that. Yeah. You found a whisper. I mean, I know roughly where I should be, but it wasn't really worth searching around. You don't get very much from it. It's not worth the time spent. If I happen to bump into them, then I'll kill them. Right, better empty bags, and then get on with the zone quest line. That orc's going to keep bothering me till I accept her quest, but I've done that before on another character.
How can I help you?
Most of the Covenant soldiers we met
Do
drank
you know
beer.
how long I've been looking for you?
Not the effect I was looking for.
What business brings you?
I've already got loads of those. Right, so where am I headed? Somewhere. Oh yeah, I remember now.
Holgan said you were reliable. The Covenant closed. Only that you need to bring...
Everyone's killed everything. Someone just... Oh, there we go. Gonna start respawning on the way out, I wonder. Yep, looks like it. Oops.
Did you recover the relic? That was one of my ancestors. He refuses to recognize. I need to ask Holden.
My orders, then we should go.
Goes quite slowly, the vampire skill line, I'm told.
I've been reviewing our... Do?
See you later, Jimmy. Alright, time to start fires. Oh, chest. Now, before I always forget, at this point, there's a sky shard quite close to here.
horns. The damn skeet. They skip. Get to the two.
Wondering how long I'm going to put up with not having my actual weapon abilities on here. I might just abandon the dual wield for a bit soon. Oh, what now? I had an issue this morning where I couldn't target before I had to reload again. I don't know what's going on.
Defend me while I perform the ritual. From the depths of Ash Mountain, Bolreth, I summon you. For the Covenant. Face the north now. Isgramor.
I'm going to chuck skulls at them.
More coming. Keep them away from father.
Oh. Is that it? Right.
Destroy the Covenant army.
Dual wheels on as much as my two-hander now, and I haven't even used dual wielding.
You there! I will cloak you in shadow. Enter the portal and witness our victory.
Any bookcases or anything at all to steal? really want the bread. Oh, flour. Can't get that for love nor money in the actual supermarkets now.
Ancestors, preserve us.
Is that another chest over there? Oh, it is. Yeah, they're all cheering here, but there are buildings still on fire.
Bolreth has done. I'm not. You'll find. You've done well. Bolreth is.
Right. I think I'm going to do the first bit of the Mages Guild, or the first two bits perhaps even.
Do you know how long I've been looking for you?
What business?
I understand you were instrumental in crushing the Daggerfall army at Devon's Watch.
Always a pleasure, Thar. Try not to lose those stones.
We have much to discuss, you and I. I'll have his heart. Stranger, why?
Ah, yes, that's just... Well,
The inner sea.
we have here...
We are new.
The intelligence.
I don't know.
I don't think I've done all the... Actually, I've done the bookcases in this place. Let's go and sort those out.
Finally! I was beginning to think you'd never show up here.
How long I've been looking for you.
I'd love to get that sword at Ridra Savani's store.
What's stopping you?
Can't afford it.
That one. Do the harbourage while I'm here as well. This is just introducing to the main storyline, really. Hopefully we can get through it fairly quickly.
I hear familiar footfalls. Come closer, Vestige.
I'm going to steal from him first. And learn his secrets from his bookcase. Oh, that's nice.
Welcome to the harbourage, despite
Indeed, of a sort. Enter my mind, Vestige, and walk with me through the shadows of past events. Follow me, Vestige, and learn of the events that precipitated our current crisis.
My part in the story began when I awoke on the steps of the Abbey of the Moth Priests, with no memory of my prior life. The Moth Priests took pity upon me and brought me into their fold. I was weak and near death. It was there I first set eyes upon the Elder Scrolls and devoted my life to their study. The scrolls allowed me to glimpse the very fabric of reality, but each profound insight dimmed my vision and eventually left me permanently blinded to the light of the world. The prophecies of the Elder Scrolls are a fluid, living thing. They are not fixed. At many points throughout history, the actions of heroic mortals have rewritten them. I only know that you are important, Vestige. The scrolls reveal to me that your destiny is intertwined with that of the Five Companions. The Five Companions were a band of adventurers who sought out an ancient artifact called the Amulet of Kings. They hoped to use this artifact to persuade Akatosh, the Dragon God, to accept their leader as one of the Dragonborn. The Dragonborn are mortals destined for greatness, with the blood of the dragons in their veins. It is said that only a true Dragonborn can ignite the eternal dragon fires in the Imperial City. Baron Aquilarius, the son of Colovian Duke, who led a rebellion against the Emperor Leovic and took the crown himself. Alas, Baron was not truly a Dragonborn, as those who sit upon the ruby throne must be, in accordance with tradition. You have already heard enough babbling from this old blind fool. It is time you met the Five Companions yourself and witnessed their fate. The first companion, Lyris Titanborn, daughter of giants, was the mightiest warrior in the service of the Emperor. Next, Stamina, a powerful sorcerer, Grand Chancellor to the Imperial Elder Council. The Red Guard Swordmaster, Sai Sahat, leader of
the Imperial Emperor, Baron Aquilarius, who attempted to light the dragon fires and failed. And finally, Manamako, the traitor, the king of worms, a powerful necromancer, and your execution. These were the 5 companions. Manamako by tradition only. Each of the 5 companions. You've already put there. Manamako, disaster.
Right.
There it is. The Dragonfire Brazier. Manamako, you certain this will work?
It will work, my liege. The Amulet of Kings will rekindle the dragon fires and ensure your rightful place as Emperor. You have my word.
It better work, Manamako, or you'll find your neck at the business end of my axe.
My lord, I wonder if you'd muzzle your half-giant pet. She really is annoying.
Enough, both of you. We are here to ensure my lord's rightful claim to the Ruby Throne.
Abner, begin the ritual. I have a destiny to fulfill. By the lighting of the dragon fires, I claim my rightful lineage. By the fires of creation, let me be reborn. By the will of Akatosh, I proclaim myself Dragonborn.
Baron Aquilarius, you are no heir to Alessia. You will pay for your sacrilege. The veil between Tamriel and Oblivion tears and splits asunder.
What's happening? The sky's opening up. This is bad. This is very bad. Ah!
This isn't supposed to happen. What's the meaning of this? Manamako, what have you done?
Gullible fools! The veil between Oblivion and this world has been torn. My master, Moloch Baal, is free to claim Tamriel for his own.
Akatosh, forgive me! Have mercy on our souls!
The ritual tore the veil. Akatosh gave Alessia the Amulet of Kings as a symbol of his covenant with Nan. So long as the amulet remained in the care of Alessia's heirs and the dragon fires remained lit, Tamriel would be protected from the daedra. Manamako tricked Varen into breaking the covenant, and the veil between Oblivion and Nan was torn. The Elder Scrolls named this event the Soul Burst. It gave Moloch Baal the opportunity to disconnect the souls of Nan from their hosts. Varen was lost. Tharn remains. When I discovered the truth is always a threat. Long ago it was written, so long as the Amulet of Kings was borne by Alessia's heirs, Tamriel would be protected from the forces of Oblivion. But the Soul Burst tore the veil between worlds and gave Moloch Baal the opportunity he desired.
I do really like the art style in Elder Scrolls Online.
Baal's dark angles pierced the torn veil, and it seemed to draw near into the depths of Kaldheim. These terrible engines of destruction were appearing all throughout Tamriel. Lord of brutality and domination is successful, he will merge our world and his own in a terrible plain mill. Few will survive the ordeal, and those that do will be enslaved for all. And so it falls, as you say. And so it begins. And there is so much to do. We must grow in strength. Lyris, Minamar, forgive me.
turn 20 quite soon. Need to get this stuff out of the bank for that. Crafted myself sets of gear for each 10 levels. I'll just miss a little event. Best story played in MMO. I mean, you know, I mean, not all MMOs are as story driven. I quite like them in most MMOs. It's really how what I like in this, which was not the same when it first came out. Excuse me. Is the flexibility you have to go around and doing the stories whichever way you'd like. But I still have fairly limited experience of MMOs. There's only so many I've played. Can't really comment too much, and some of the ones I have as well, you know, I've not played for much, like Final Fantasy, Guild Wars, or Guild Wars 2, I suppose. You know, I didn't really get on with at all, so I haven't really played them enough to be able to say. Yep. I struggle to target people at times. There we are. I'll wait till I'm somewhere a bit safer before I sort it all out. Your level 30 gear. Yeah, I have my level 30 gear waiting in the bank. I'm not getting too far ahead because, like, for example, the level 30 gear I've crafted for myself is different to the, in one respect, to the level 20. There's one of the, because obviously I've got two sets. One of the sets I've changed a bit. Although I made a bit of a mistake And, oh, chest. Oh, why do people do that? They open it up and not take everything out of it. So, so I've got the level 30 stuff. I've not made the 40 stuff yet. I'll just wait, just in case I decide to change my mind in terms of the sets to use. Are they dying again? Can I heal them? Oh no. It tricked me. I saw the corpse of the bosses respawn there. Oops.
Well done. I am Shalador, young one, and I think you'll do not. Return that book to Velost. Tell her fire will show her the words.
I'll tell you what I would quite like though. I know I could just teleport out of here now, but it'd cost me gold. And the actual, you know, teleport type system in the game is really good. But if it could just give you like one free one every few hours or something like that, it'd be really helpful in situations like this. Because I'm too tight to pay the gold cost. Oh, mind you, it won't take that much longer if everyone's cleared the way for me. You can see lots of it. Oh no, that is not an adventurer, that is a mob. Of the Hunding, ah yeah, I've got the Hunding's raid set. Now on this particular, what do I have on this one? On this particular one I also have Night Silence. But, and I've got that for the level 20 stuff, which I'll put on when I get back to Davin's Watch. But for level 30, oh, I've gone the wrong way. I did a different set instead. Can't remember what it is now. I'll have to go and check when I get to the bank. I mean, I do have a portable bank I could use, but as I'm heading back there anyway, might as well just go to the actual bank. Because that second set doesn't require many traits, so I could make the full set with that. But the other one I've made for 30, I started making it thinking, oh, these are really good set bonuses, and then completely forgot to note that I didn't have enough traits for it on the jewellery, because I haven't really got very far with my jewel crafting skills. Ashen's Grip. Yeah, that rings a bell, so I must have used that in the past, but I'm pretty sure that's not what I've made. I'll find it when I get to the bank. What I did as well. Although I'll only have 3 parts of the second set for my level 30 stuff. Unless by the time I get to level 30, but that's not going to happen. I've somehow miraculously been able to research several more traits. Why have they picked on them? On my jewel crafting. Where am I going? Just wandering around aimlessly.
Seek me by the cliffs outside Devon's Watch. Hurry.
Would you care to make...
Let's have a look then. So, that's my level 21. That's my level 20. Where's the other stuff I made? Oh, where is it? Maybe I've not put it in the bank yet. My level. I made some level 30 stuff earlier. I must still have it on my other character. But the other set was one... Because the Hunding's Rage set you get is one of the crafting stations in the Rift. And then the second set I made for level 30 is also in the Rift. Anyway, let's have a look at this. Level 20 for now. And then let me just have a look at something here. So, bow, great sword. So they're both level 20. Alright, so let's just check. 20, 20, 20, 20. Alright, so I've got them right. Then that. Right. Now, can I then put that on there? Yes. Okay, so I've got the set for both then. Hunding's Rage and Night Silence. Excellent. Which is really nice, the 5 set for the Night Silence in many ways. Ignore the movement speed penalty of sneak. But I'm not planning on doing a lot of sneaking around just yet. So maybe, again, in the future. Maybe that could be my sneaky set.
Do you know how long I've been
Gavin's
looking
watch
for
would have
you?
been overrun if you hadn't been there.
Actually, that being said, I need to put my level 10 stuff back in there now.
How can I help you?
Oh no, what am I doing? Deposit. Actions get 5 piece, chance to trigger cone of fire.
Do you know how long I've been looking for you?
I'm always a bit wary of things like that, even though there'll be some abilities I get that do a similar thing. In MMOs in general, I'm always wary of random AoE because you end up pulling neutral mobs. Hold on, what's this? Oh yeah, I didn't do that quest, did I? Right, I'm just going to sell stuff and then heading back to the Mages Guild anyway.
What business?
I was wondering why I didn't have anything to repair then. I've just realised I've just put on a new set of gear, haven't I? So I wouldn't do. While we're at it, we'll deconstruct these glyphs. Now, if we've got a few skill points, let's have a look. Chanting.
Do you know how long I've been looking for you?
Not bothered about those. Do I want the hireling? Not sure. Oh, we'll get that. Not bothered about that. I'll leave those as they are for now. What did I say I was going to do? Mage's Guild. How are we doing on the vampirism? Oh, what's this? After feed, I haven't done any feeding yet. I shall have to practice the old feeding at some point. Why am I doing in here? Losing my marbles. Why does it want me to go into there?
Do you know how long I've been looking for you?
Hireling's really good. It is. I mean, I have that on my main. I mean, the issue is, the reason why I'm not going for it right now is, at the end of the day, the glyph, well, yeah,
Do you know how long
what do you call
I've been
them? The runes that you are mostly short of are the ones that, the square ones, which basically I'm short of them at higher level. So there's no real need for me to spend skill points on them now when I'm a low level enchanter. And although I've got several skill points available, there might come a point when I want to spend a glut of them. At the moment, I'm just not sure what I want to spend them on.
Well done.
There'll kind of come a point when I probably will be.
Proving your worth to the guild. Shalador? Labyrinth. The spellwright passed the book. Shalador was the Shalador fell.
Right. Oh, yeah. Quite like Sheogorath. Like doing his quest lines. Even though I do take exception to the end of this quest line, that at the end of it, unless it's changed, but certainly when the game had first come out and I did it,
To the center.
you didn't really get a choice of how to end it, because it was a fake choice, because one of them gave you a way better reward than the other.
Ready. When you're set, use the orb before you.
Knew it. I was right in choosing you. I can sense what I hope. A storm.
Right.
Be careful to protect. I know it. He's no. Don't take him too lightly. Yes. I won't waste my time recounting.
At some point I need to get myself to an outfitter and sort out a sword, a suitable sword skin as well. At the moment I'm short of Korra runes on my main, so I'm going to have to go hunting at some point. Maybe combine it with some Sky Shard stuff. Right, what are we on with our two-handed? Nearly caught up with... Oh, what's this? What's dual wield at? I'll leave it for now. But I'm getting close to the point where I'm going to stop leveling the dual wielding like this.
Though you may want to deal with those scamps first.
There's an ugly looking sword I've made here. It's a was a mistake.
Interesting. Well, I suppose. That was unexpected. Just doing the master's will.
Something I've noticed, I don't know what's happening again later on. I've got a couple on my main. I've got a couple of skill points for the jewel crafting in the reducing research time, but it's not giving me any more slots to research, so I can still only research one thing at a time. Which I'm hoping, against hope, I could check out on a talent calculator, I suppose. I hope that's actually not going to be the situation forever. Although at the moment it's difficult to get hold of things that will have the traits I need to research anyway, so maybe it doesn't match in the end. They're far too expensive for me to just buy most of them on the auction house as well.
Look, Pop! Someone to play with you!
Should this be the point where I'm actually sensible and put some abilities on my bars? Oh, hello. Oh no. Sorry. To answer this. Oops. I hate phones, really. Deals more damage. Right, I'll have the deals more damage. We'll stick that down there. And then for that, we'll have the increased duration. And put that down there, because I think for this one... Oh no. God. That was quicker than usual.
Well, well, well. What do we have? Puppy killer? Come to steal me books? What? Who? Where? Shalidor? Ho ho! That pompous Nord and I go way back. I know what he wants. I do. His island. He wants to steal it back. How I love a challenge. Now where's the sport in that? I tell you what. I'll give you one
Oh,
book.
let's just get past this. I do like him though.
I can't wait to see the look on his face. If it's precious enough, I might hang it on the wall. Ah!
What's the meaning of this? Sher Gorath!
You remember. Ah, Shalidor. You never ride, you never visit. Just now I made a deal with your lackey here. How long have you wanted those books?
Let's... Ah, come here.
Unfortunately, I have no more time for constructive criticism. You stay in touch.
Curse the mad god. I don't know what game he's playing with you, but I do know the stakes. That's true. I'll send...
Over here. We have much to discuss, you and I.
You raid tests? Not good. Zarxus is back. In the meantime, pardon me, I must begin this. Well, look on the bright.
Right. Get out of Davon's watch now.
Always a pleasure, Thar.
Oh.
Try not to lose.
Let's do the
stones.
bookcases. Oh, I've done them upstairs, I haven't done them downstairs. That's handy. Oh no.
Do you know how long I've been looking
Careless.
for you?
All right, all right.
Six minutes left on my other experience thing as well.
Thanks, Stendar. You're with the guild? If the divines will, as you say. Here,
That vision, Elif has no idea. Whoever she isn't. It would return to Davon's watch quick as you can, Tanner. Sees all colors, must know.
back so soon. Nor do I.
Right.
Do you know how long I've been looking for you? Hold, adventurer! You're the one I see.
Right, next bit's talking to Dark Elf ghosts.
The hearts of Dunmer are as dry as their land. Gonna time this perfectly so that when I get there it'll be time to take a new scroll, I wonder. Oh. Don't know why I didn't just cross the bridge there. I'm actually just running down the clock really before I speak to him. I just want to take the scroll first. Anything else to harvest around here?
Well?
Ah, right.
Good to see you here, and I'm glad he... Father, our best bet is...
Exploration dings are the best. Oh, which one am I shortest of? Well, it looks like that.
You startled me. Just go during the...
Yes, I am certainly playing the EU mega server. Where am I going? Ah, get off. Bugger off. Oh, no. Oh, dear. One thing I had an add-on before, because I'm sure around here somewhere is a book. I need to get that one that shows me where they are on the map. I have to see if I can find what it was called again. Oh no.
By my egg, it's...
Oh, let's use the sword for this, I think.
Who disturbs my rest? You make it look he's important.
So, the greatest... I knew. Rich? I can't...
What's your character of choice then? If you've been playing this a bit. Oh, is that pewter I can see? Yes, it is. What's... oh god, can't bloody see. Red, yellow, blue. Oops. Forgot to charge. Yellow, blue, yellow. Come on, let me at it. Right, to make this one the last quest, I think. Start with Templar. Alright, you fancied tanking. I mean, I don't know how things will have changed, because I've no interest in tanking, or in any MMO really. But I know at the time there was I suppose because people weren't fully necessarily utilising all the benefits of the flexibility of the classes, but there was a lot of light armour wearing dragon knights about, wasn't there? Like with destruction staff and stuff for tanking. Oh, I haven't talked to the Acolyte yet. The boss spawned adds to Templar struggles. Like I say, it's the one role I've not actually taken any interest in the game at all. Or just in general, I just don't find tanking particularly interesting. Give them a bit of a heal. There we go. That's someone looking fairly holy that's just been healed by a Necromancer. It's the opposite way around in WoW, of course. They were particularly good for AoE tanking. You know, even like, you know, very genuinely used to tank in AoE situations in Molten Core and even a little bit in Blackwing Lair. I ended up having to do my tanking shifts on the Paladin a bit. In respect to heal DPS, yeah, I mean, I really like that. For the PvP, especially, I've not done dungeons, I'd be too afraid of being too incompetent to do stuff. And I don't play it often enough to join a guild. I mean, that would be the thing to do. If I could have, you know, if I was to say, right, I'm going to spend a reasonable amount of time playing this game, I'll join a guild that's, you know, will put up with noobs. And, but yeah, I just... don't have the time to do that. So I don't really do the dungeons. I know there's some you can sort of sign up and people just rush through them. I've done the odd one of those, but you're not doing anything. You're playing no role whatsoever in them. You're just running around with everyone else, pretending to do some damage. But I do like, for people when I'm joining PvP, just again standing in the back lines, if I can find some lines to stand at the back of, and switch between heal and because I've got restoration staff and destruction staff on my level 50 Templar. Templar gets no AoE crowd control. Right. No, I do like Templar for DPS though. Both stamina and magicka. I just need to level up my stamina one really, which I have at the moment. I think that one's about level 20, 21, something like that. So they're about the same as this Necromancer now. Because I just started a new one of those.
Excellent. Touch the...
So that's what... Yes, in the...
It's true. Ash Mountain.
Right, it annoys me, this quest, because if you could get this quest at the same time as you're doing everything else, I would do it.
I must.
Because you're going around the same basic places, but I'm not... It's basically picking up a quest that you can only get when you've gone around this place doing that other one. That then means going around this place again doing that quest. So, sodder. Templar best class for new play to pick up because of how tanky they are and all the heals. Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, on the Magicka deep Templar in particular, because in fact I'll just quickly log on to it when I've finished with this. Although this one's decent, I'm finding this one, you know, fairly decent as stamina. I'm preferring it to the Magicka, as I say. But I'm going to have to call it a day in a minute anyway, so I'll just log over to my... What's his face? Who has had many geysers. First of all, it was an Altmer, and I tried to do a mixture of stamina and magic, and then, you know, I wanted it to be a healer, but then I kept wanting to use dual wielding, so I changed it to a stamina, and I made it something. And then I went, no, we're just making it Magicka, and now it's a Breton Magicka based one, and it's stable there because it is quite easy to use. When you've forgotten exactly what you're doing, just come around and you are, as you say, very tanky on it. What is the thing? Yes, this one. So you can heal with 40% of the damage done to it all, and it's just you know, I've got other abilities there, but I mean, basically just spam that, don't you? You can chuck that one down, the blazing spear, and then just spam the thingy spear. And also, because it's got some quite nice passives as well. Where's the one? You've got minor protection using those abilities. Was there another one? And spell resistance increasing as well. So, yeah, I really like this. But anyway, I'm going to call it a day for there. Thanks very much for coming on. I'll be on again, well, certainly this Sunday for... some more WoW leveling, and I might try and see if we can do this. Certainly next Tuesday I think I can do this again and see if we can make it a bit more thingy. But yeah, Warden, Necro, good too, because I mean, because those are the three classes, the Templar, the Warden and the Necro, that have got healing abilities without a restoration staff essentially, aren't they? Necro and Warden take more game knowledge potentially. I mean, I have very little, but yeah, potentially right, or at least more general role-playing game knowledge perhaps. But anyway, we'll call it there. Thanks very much. Have a good evening, and until next time, I will see you later.